As we have discussed multiple times this season, the summer transfer window is set to be huge for the Reds. With multiple huge names potentially departing, Liverpool will need to spend some big money to replace them. It could be an incredibly busy few months for the Reds. In some huge transfer news, Liverpool are set to complete a huge deal. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Mohamed Salah will reportedly skip Egypt's international obligations at the end of the campaign, but it is still undecided if that will be to Liverpool's benefit for next season. The ridiculous nature of the football calendar means players will be called up to represent their country a week on from the conclusion of their club season. 2 fixtures or a training camp await most, and all eyes will be on how international managers approach the task at hand, whether they afford regular starters a break or ask even more of them. Salah is set to be handled with care, with Arabic reporter Ismail Mahmoud claiming on X that the 32-year-old will miss Egypt's training camp in June to extend his time off after Liverpool's 56-game season. Liverpool's number 11 has played the second most minutes of any player under Arne Slot this season, accumulating 3,876 minutes to sit behind only Virgil van Dijk, 3,897. With no further summer obligations until pre-season, if the news is accurate, it will be an invaluable time for Salah, but it remains to be seen if it will be of service to Liverpool, as a new contract has yet to be signed. If he did extend, he would be looking at a break of up to 6 weeks, with Slot's side likely to report back for pre-season in early July, ahead of the new Premier League season on August 16th. Man City's Omar Marmoush is also to miss out to be ready for the Club World Cup later in the summer, which Saudi Arabia side Al Hilal will hope to lure Salah for after a number of recent links. There is growing optimism, however, that the 32-year-old will extend his contract to Anfield. In his latest update for NBC Sports Soccer, reliable source David Ornstein described new deals as a matter of when rather than if for both Van Dijk and Salah. Liverpool have been confident throughout that they will retain Salah's services, and, like I said with Van Dijk, it's more a case of when rather than if that is going to happen now, Ornstein said. The hope is that new deals can be signed without any further delay, as the season has gone on long enough with supporters left in the dark over the futures of Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Liverpool are set to agree a deal for a midfielder, as Liverpool youngster James Balaguese is expected to depart the club this summer after a campaign largely lost to injury, having returned with a goal on Sunday. Balaguese was among those considered for an exit in the last 2 transfer windows, only for injury to block any move away from Merseyside. The 21-year-old has been limited to just 4 appearances for the under-21s this season due to a series of issues, returning after 2.5 months out to score in Sunday's 2-1 loss to Brighton. That will hopefully mark a run of consistent fitness for the midfielder ahead of a decisive summer and a likely move away from Liverpool. Having found his pathway to the first team blocked by both injuries and competition for places, Balaguese will be considering all avenues heading into the transfer window. After time spent out on loan with Crawley, Wigan and Kilmarnock, gaining experience of senior football, there should be no shortage of interest. For now, his focus will be on finding rhythm again, having followed up a goal in a friendly win over Blackburn at the start of this month, with another on his return to competitive action at Brighton. James has had a tough time with the injuries, but he has trained really well recently, and we've just been trying to get him back fit as well. Under-21s coach Barry Lutas told the club's official website after the victory over Blackburn. I thought he contributed well with his goal, and he also did a lot more for our performance as well. Liverpool are not known to have held talks over the futures of their young players at this stage, but with the campaign nearing its conclusion, face-to-face meetings will take place in the coming weeks. In other news, Liverpool are reportedly one of several Premier League clubs keeping a close eye on Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap, who could be available for a relatively modest fee of £40 million this summer, but only if Ipswich are relegated. Despite Ipswich's struggles in the Premier League this season and the increasing likelihood of relegation, Delap has emerged as one of the league's brightest young talents. Still just 22 years old, having celebrated his birthday in February, the England under-21 international has found the net 12 times in 30 league appearances, an impressive return that places him among the top 11 scorers in the division. This form has naturally attracted attention from across the Premier League, with the summer transfer window expected to be particularly busy for clubs in search of reliable number 9s. Delap's name has surfaced as a target for several sides. Manchester United are currently regarded as the front runners for his signature, with credible reports from both the Mail's Chris Wheeler and ESPN's Mark Ogden naming Delap as a top priority for United. However, Liverpool have also been named among the interested parties, albeit with less urgency, and the circumstances around Delap's availability may prompt the Reds to consider a move. Delap's contract with Ipswich reportedly includes a relegation release clause of £40 million. While that may appear steep for a player with just 32 appearances in the English top flight, it could prove to be a bargain given the current inflation of the transfer market, especially for young, homegrown forwards with proven output. The 6'1" striker offers a compelling profile, physically robust, technically adept, and comfortable operating as a lone centre forward. Beyond his Premier League exploits, Delap has also amassed significant experience in the Championship, featuring for Preston North End, Stoke City, and Hull City on loan, which has aided his development into a more rounded and battle-hardened striker. Although there is no strong indication that Delap is currently a priority target for Liverpool, the move would make a lot of sense when viewed through the lens of squad planning and long-term development. For one, Liverpool are expected to be active in the striker market this summer, particularly if Darwin Núñez is moved on after an inconsistent spell at Anfield. Delap's age and potential ceiling make him an attractive proposition, particularly if Liverpool also intend to bring in a more established forward, such as Newcastle's Alexander Isak to lead the line. Crucially, Delap would also count as a homegrown player, a key factor for Liverpool heading into the 2025/26 season. The club are at risk of losing several players who help fill that quota, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, Seamus Kelleher, Tyler Morton, and potentially others such as Harvey Elliott, Joe Gomez, Jarell Quansah, and Vítězslav Jaros. Given the constraints imposed by UEFA and Premier League homegrown regulations, Liverpool cannot afford to overlook this aspect of squad building, and Delap's status in this regard could tip the balance in his favour as a smart addition to the squad. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.